What is up, guys? Welcome to another video. So in today's video, I will be talking about 3 ideas that I think would help you out become more effective when you're selling on Facebook. And these are ideas I have used myself as well, so I can testify to their effectiveness. So if you do enjoy these kinds of videos, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell so you are updated whenever I upload. And feel free to connect with me on other social media platforms. Links to those will be in the description below. So if most of you are not yet aware, last year, 2019, I spent that time selling off a lot of my toys because I bought a lot of toys when I was a kid. So I spent all that time selling off all my toys and on Facebook, and I've learned a lot of things that I think you guys would benefit from. So the first idea is to not go for general buy and sell groups. So what I mean by general buy and sell groups would be, allow me to use an example. An example would be, let's say, a group named Pampanga Buy and Sell. That is, I would consider that a general group because it's very general. I do suggest that you go for a group that is geared towards something you are selling. So allow me to use myself as an example. Back then, I was selling Transformers, so instead of going for groups that were named, let's say, Pampanga Buy and Sell, I went for Transformers Buy and Sell groups here in the Philippines. Actually, I do suggest that you are better off if you would look for groups that is geared towards what you are selling and is located in a specific location. So let's say you do sell Transformers and you also live in Pampanga. So maybe looking for Facebook groups that are titled Transformers Buy and Sell Pampanga Philippines, something like that. That would give you a better chance compared to very general groups, because if you go for general groups like Pampanga Buy and Sell, based on my experience, your post is not seen that much because it is easily flooded by a lot of members. But if you go for buy and sell groups that are very small but very specific, like Transformers Pampanga Buy and Sell Group Philippines or something like that, your posts are more likely to be seen and your success rate would become higher because the group you're in is very specific. The second idea is that you can try messaging each member of the group individually, and when you message them, use a third-party approach. So I'll be posting a screenshot here of what I mean by third-party approach. And what third-party approach is, basically you approach them, but you are not directly selling to them. You're mentioning to them that you are selling something and asking if they happen to know someone. But based on my experience, this can go 3 ways. The first way it could go is that the person would buy from you because you are apparently selling something they need. Second is that they would refer you to someone who actually needs your product. And third is they're just gonna ignore you. But if they ignore you, just don't take it personally, because at the end of the day, as I mentioned in my previous videos, when we're selling on Facebook, our mindset should be of abundance and just simply wanting to help people. So if what you sell does not match their needs, don't expect them to respond. Obviously, do not expect them to respond. That is an obvious thing to expect. So far, based on my experience, the third-party approach is what really works for me when I'm selling. Whenever I sold toys before, it's very effective. I hope you guys try it out. And it's also a good opportunity for you to try to leave your comfort zone, because you will be approaching strangers. But trust me, based on my experience, most people on Facebook are not douchebags. They're kind people. So just don't be afraid to approach people, okay? And this is online anyway. They can't hurt you based on my experience. Another idea you can try out if you are just starting out with selling on Facebook is to try a commission-based approach. And based on my experience, this is the most effective method that I've used so far. So what I mean by commission-based approach is, when you're new in a certain buy and sell group, not that much people know you that well. But if you scroll throughout the group, you would notice that there are certain sellers that most of the members are familiar with and most of the members trust. So I want you to take note of at least the top 5 best sellers in your group, the group you're in, and then approach them directly via PM. And then you can use a commission-based approach, like you would mention to them that you are selling a certain product, like maybe you're selling a certain transformer or something like that, and then you mention it to them, and then you mention that if they help you sell that specific product that you are selling, you will give them a commission for helping you out. Personally, based on my experience, this is a good way to start because it's going to save you time, because you're not yet that well known in that group. So you might as well leverage the connections that other people have to save you time. And yes, it's going to be a bit more costly because of you paying out commissions to these sellers, but based on my experience, it's really going to the commissions that you pay is going to make up for the time that you are going to save. And another thing you can also try, which I've also tried, is to message the admins of the group directly. Like you can easily see who's the admin of the group. It's already in the group information anyway. You can try to message them directly and mention that you are selling a certain specific product, and then if they help you out or if they help you sell the product, you will give them a commission. So it's pretty much based on my experience, that's pretty much the best way to go if you're a new person to this when it comes to online selling. So I guess if you're going to go for that approach, I would suggest that your price is a bit high. So if you would pay commission, you can just take that from the high price. I hope I'm making sense. So just keep in mind how you price things, so you also take into account the commissions that you will be paying other sellers who will be helping you out in selling the things you are selling. The third idea is to simply sell something that you believe in. Based on my experience, it's really easier to sell a product that you would buy yourself, because if you're selling something that you don't even believe in, it's challenging to transfer the same enthusiasm that you have for the product towards the other person. So that's simply based on my experience. And last but not the least, since you have made it this far, my bonus for you would be to upsell the person once they've just bought from you. So a good example of this would be, let's say a client or a person would ask you regarding something that you are selling, and then they ask information, you give them information, and then you close them. So you've decided, he has promised that he would buy the certain product from you. What you can do at that time when he just mentioned it, okay, I will be buying this, you can also mention that if there are other things that he happens to need, and if he happens to need other things and you happen to have other things that he needs, feel free to sell that to him as well, because based on my experience, it's easier to sell people when they are still in buying mode. So yeah, that's something you can try out. Or if you're going to be selling something like a certain product, I suggest that you also sell products that would complement that product. So a good example of that would be, let's say you are selling plants. Something you could also consider selling as well would be accessories for the plants or something like that. So if someone decides to buy a plant from you, you can mention that, oh, I also have accessories for the plant or something like that. The chances of you upselling them is easier. So make sure that whatever it is that you are upselling them on, or the other products you are selling, make sure that those products uplift or complement the core product you are selling, which is the plant. So I hope that made sense. So anyway, thank you so much guys for making it this far in the video. I appreciate it, and leave a like if you've learned a lot, and comment down below your greatest learning so far. And if you have been selling on Facebook for quite a long time, feel free to also comment down below your best tips so other people can learn from you as well. So that is it. Thank you so much guys for watching. Peace out.